Jets.
Come on.
To the top 5 defenses.
It's the Denver Broncos. Oh.
Out more than $220 million for violating Jewish students' civil rights, and they're pledging to reverse discriminatory practices. University President Claire Shipman says this in a statement. As part of the settlement, the university has not admitted wrongdoing. We are not, however, denying the very serious and painful challenges our institution has faced with anti-Semitism.
That's Fox's Griff Jenkins at the White House. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche could meet with Ghislaine Maxwell as soon as today. She's in prison for her role in sex trafficking underage girls with Jeffrey Epstein, who committed suicide awaiting trial. Maxwell's also been subpoenaed to talk to a congressional committee. But in the push for more Epstein files to be made public, a federal judge denied an attempt to unseal grand jury documents. Fox's Jessica Rosenthal reports.
The judge said typically a release like this would only be done to assist other lawyers or help in another case. Separately, Fox has confirmed a report that the Justice Department informed the president this past spring that his name does appear in Epstein-related legal documents and files.
FBI Director Kash Patel says the media keeps trying to undermine the president with smears and lies, and that story's no different. Another court blocking the president's order to end birthright citizenship, this time from appeals judges, calling it unconstitutional, as the president, by order, tries to stop kids born to parents here illegally from being U.S. citizens. Now updates into an infamous illegal immigrant.
A federal judge prohibiting officials from taking Kilmar Abrego Garcia into immediate ICE custody should he be released from jail in Tennessee while awaiting trial. A separate magistrate judge also pausing for 30 days in order allowing the 29-year-old from El Salvador to be released on bail.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. Abrego Garcia is charged with human trafficking after he was returned by court order from El Salvador, where he was wrongfully deported in March. America's listening to Fox News.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos. Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/today. Ethos.com/today.
Will criminal charges be coming? That's a big question as the Trump administration investigates what the president has called the Russia hoax. The years-long probe into his campaign's alleged collusion with Russia in the 2016 election started by the Obama administration.
Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard says newly declassified information provides irrefutable evidence that former President Obama and top administration officials manufactured intelligence assessments.
They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true. It wasn't.
Gabbard says intelligence at the time showed Russia did not have a favored candidate. Gabbard would not say how this evidence was missed by previous investigations. A spokesperson for former President Obama calls the allegations bizarre and a weak attempt at distraction. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Speaking of Russia, a plane crashed today in the Siberian region near China, killing all 49 passengers and crew on board. There are Russian news reports of bad weather and the plane going down in the second attempt to land. This is the first day of the rest of a life in prison for Brian Kohberger in Idaho.
There was applause in court in Boise as Olivia Gonsalves unloaded on the killer for the stabbing deaths of her sister Kaylee and 3 other University of Idaho students in 2022.
You didn't win. You just exposed yourself as the coward you are. You're a delusional, pathetic, hypochondriac loser.
There was also tears and heartbreak from other victims' family members over their profound losses. This after Kohberger struck a deal to plead guilty to take the death penalty off the table in exchange for his life sentence, though while never having to explain why. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed the day after record highs for the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A pilot dead after a small crop dusting plane crashed in Ogle County. They say it went down near the 2800 block of West Illinois Route 64 in Mount Morris. The aircraft on fire when officers arrived. The pilot was the only person on board. The FAA and NTSB investigating. A murder and kidnapping suspect out of Kansas is in custody after being arrested in Mattoon. Chris Burnshaw was a suspect in a double murder in Topeka. It was believed he had taken a child than one of the victims. He was pulled over at the intersection of Route 16 and Beech Tree Road in Mattoon. The 2-year-old child was unharmed. Village of Muhammad appointing David Smysore as the next chief of police. Smysore will succeed retiring chief Mike Metzler, who will step down on September 30th. Smysore is currently the deputy chief of police for the city of Urbana. He begins his new role October 1st. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
I just should have the television off. I have it on in case something bad happens, so I can. But I saw you. They just had an advertise. I want that. They got this. It's called the Wonder Cleaner. It cleans everything.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. How can it clean everything like that, man? TheWonderCleaner.com, and it looks like it can get my grill clean. It can get everything off. Get gum out of hair. Wow. Look at that. I just got to turn it off. Hey, good morning. It's 7:07.
You just never know, Greg.
Yeah. Don't know where my brain goes sometimes, but sometimes it's not here. Okay, so yesterday I was talking.
Nope. And if I don't write it down, it's not there either.
Right.
Well,
in my brain.
Yesterday I was saying, that's not so bad. It's not so bad. Well, I worked out yesterday, and then I went and did yard work. And I couldn't. I couldn't do more than 10 or 15 minutes at a time.
That's what I was gonna
Came in, drank a water. I couldn't do an hour.
Yeah.
I was starting to get that headache and feel really bad.
Yeah.
And Gracie said, "Daddy, that's not even safe." So
right.
Yeah. So
it's
anyway,
like a blasting oven.
It was, in a word, oppressive yesterday.
It was really, really tough. So I just shut her down, and Anyway, it's warm, man. It's January. It's July 20.
One of those days.
It's going fast enough. We don't need to talk about January. So
It's a J. It's a J. July 24. That's where we are. July 24. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
And this is our meteorologist, Greg Solier, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you that Anastasia hits tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday night at 7, 2 o'clock matinee. Urbana High School for the Youth Summer Theater. Anastasia. Details at urbanaparks.org.
Well, the crop's going to be good. We don't know what the prices are going to do. They're under $4 for corn and $9, a little under that for beans, so not so good. Meteorologist Greg Solier, we see any relief in store at all for this oppressive heat?
Yeah, we do, and we have this ongoing heat advisory for it's really the heat, at least heat advisory issues, the heat index values, those are the ones that are driving this particular setup around here. When you have dew points up north of 80, that is pretty Gulf-oriented, not even Gulf-oriented, equatorial type air that you are dealing with. And that was the story yesterday. That'll again be the story today. The heat advisory until 7 o'clock this evening. But guess what? It's going to rain, and it's going to rain a lot. And it might even come through heavy and severe in the next 5 to 7 days. So as opposed to some talk of Armageddon and, at least the critical temperatures for corn and soybean fields are consecutive days of 95 degrees and a still, drier than we've had it out about in some northern parts of the state, for example, in east central Illinois, northwest Indiana. So I'm not looking at any big issues. I think this crop is essentially going to be made. If we can stay away from the severe end of things, as in hail and high wind, we're wrapped up, and we've got 1 to 3 inches of rain coming our way here the next 3 to 5 days. Some of that may come all at once. And it is raining through Iowa, flood watches through Missouri, and eastern Kansas, 77 right now later on this afternoon. Yeah, it'll be a tough one out there with a forecast high, probably up around about 95, feeling like 105 to 110. Remote chance, much like yesterday, we may brew up a stray shower in the late afternoon, early evening, so we're able to already bust that atmospheric cap. 76 tonight, a stray shower this evening, and maybe a thunderstorm in spots after midnight. Tomorrow, hot, humid, not as bad at 90. Humidity still up, and a couple of showers and thunderstorms on an approaching front, both early and more so for the afternoon. Scattered showers, thunderstorms tomorrow night, mid-70s, up around 91 on Saturday, and again, better than even odds for some clusters of downpour-producing showers and thunderstorms Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Lesser rain chance at 91 on Sunday. We'll turn it hot and humid with mid-90s again on Monday. Then a stronger cold front, more rain, showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday. 93 on Tuesday, 80 87 Wednesday, highs just lower 80s, drier air next Thursday and Friday. For GVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, that's not bad, except the 1 to 3, maybe all at once stuff. Anybody's electric bill double?
Right.
Power bill doubled. Double and a half for me.
Man, it is not good.
I mean,
and for that matter, my water is high.
Why
too.
is water high?
Why is water so high?
I mean, what am I doing that doubled my water bill?
And I know in my hometown of Tolona, we switched out things. You know, it's been over a year, I believe.
I went to Danville or something. Somebody bought this water in
Illinois American Water, something.
I don't know.
Everything's higher.
Well, if your electric bill is power bill double, I think that's going around. I think everybody's. If you're paying $200, it's $400. If you're paying $400, it's $800. It's just what it is.
Right.
Because everything's running all the time.
Budgeted for this. It's like, whoa, what's happening here?
No, it's it's your air's running all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're going to be sticky, and if you don't have a dehumidifier, you probably need one. I mean, it's just the air's so thick. So anyway, that's what summer's called, and couple of months it'll be 40 and we'll be yelling about that.
That's right.
Yeah, guys, it's so cold.
Gotta head out to the Champaign County Fair before it's over. The big Travis Tritt show is tomorrow. Boy, we have a lot of listeners that had texted NTT and doing the e-tickets these days. So pretty cool to make someone's day and have them go to the show on Friday night. And today is motocross motorcycles, if you want to tap into that. Of course, you can hop into the air conditioning at Kessler Hall and see all the exhibits.
Well, you'll hop into Kessler Hall and pretend you're interested in all the exhibits. Oh, look at that ribbon. Isn't that a pretty blue?
The pies and the produce.
But you can't
eat.
You can't eat any of it.
I know.
But you want to. Anyway, you jump into Kessler Hall and watch, see all the ribbon winners, and that's fun. And boy, when you got a ribbon back then, it was so fun. Just feel very successful.
That's right.
Okay, so here's just kind of a fun thing. I'm going to use it and incorporate in the program today.
Okay.
Can you name the movie? Don't say it. Just text it on the Fisher National Bank text line for fun, 217-359-2255. What movie is this from?
Look, mister, there's two kinds of dumb. A guy that gets naked and runs out in the snow and barks at the moon, and a guy who does the same thing in my living room. First one don't matter. The second one you kind of forced to deal with.
All right, so that will incorporate into the program.
I see.
Stand by.
Interesting.
All right, 217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. There'll be people that know that.
So Tanner Gordon pitched for...
Yeah, that's the only good thing about the Cardinal recap is he mentions Tanner Gordon.
I know. 6-0. Rockies shut out St. Louis Cardinals.
This was bad. They lost 5 out of 6 on this road trip.
If you want to check out the game against San Diego today, though, it's Ozzie Smith bobblehead day. If you want to go to St. Louis, where they're saying the heat index is 110.
Yeah, this is going to look like, and again, it's hot.
Yes.
Cardinals just got beat by the Colorado Rockies in a series. They lost the series to a 25-win team.
And the Rockies haven't won back-to-back series against a team like this. It hasn't happened since over a year, 2024. Anyway.
Not good. Let's listen. Yeah.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
For Mike Claiborne and John Rooney, the voice of the Cardinals, this is Ricky Horton with the Redbird Recap. The Cardinals lost a series yesterday in Colorado, dropping the final game of the 3-game set by a score of 6-0. They were out hit 12-5, and the Cardinal starter was Andre Palante. He took the loss. He is now 6-6. He gave up 4 runs in the second inning, 4 runs on 5 straight hits as the Rockies came out swinging, and the Cardinals could not figure out Tanner Gordon from Champaign, Illinois, who went 6 scoreless innings to pick up his second victory, and the Cardinals had just 1 win on the road trip. Tonight, the Cardinals take on the San Diego Padres, a very important series. Sonny Gray will go up against Yu Darvish. Gray 9-4. Darvish is 0-2. Our pregame show is at 5:50, play-by-play at 6:35 on the Cardinals Radio Network, and we do hope you will join us. This has been your Redbird Recap.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
I feel like Tanner did really well when he was pitching against the Cubs, or wasn't it?
Yeah, he's done well, and this is probably his best outing. Tanner Gordon went to Champaign Central High School. Ricky Horton shouting out. He was at our last caravan.
That's right.
In January, and to say Champaign, Illinois, knew we were here online listening.
And named the News Gazette All-Area Performer in 2016, his senior year, nicknamed the Big Oak.
Big Oak.
Way to go, Tanner Gordon.
That's awesome, and that's the only good thing about that report.
Exactly.
And Ricky Horton to shout out Tanner Gordon from Champaign, Illinois. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I'm sure he had lots of friends and family down south to check out that game.
Well, it was in Colorado.
Oh.
This game was in Colorado.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's San Diego at Busch tonight.
Yeah, and don't be dismayed. It's 100,000 degrees, and it's going to be empty tonight.
I know.
You go on the road to lose 5 out of 6, including losing to the Colorado Rockies twice in a row. They're really bad. They're a professional baseball team, mind you, but you can't lose that. It's not allowed. And so, oh boy, here we go. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I don't know either.
And the trade deadline is coming up
the 31st.
next week. So Nolan Arenado, I don't think he wants to be traded, and he has a no-trade clause. If he likes where he's living in St. Louis, you can't trade him. Ryan Helsley, maybe? Who else does the Cardinals are sellers. For sure they're going to sell and get some young guys, I guess. But not so good right now. And I know that John Mazaliak is retiring.
Yes.
And the new guy's in, but what's up with the ownership?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
This is not a good feeling for the St. Louis Cardinals right now.
All this stuff came up when I was at Affiliate Day, which was great. And and the whole feeling of Cardinals Nation just, not going to games and, griping and social media posts not favorable. And they were asking Mo what he felt about all that. And he said, what do you mean? I don't pay attention to any of that.
They didn't sign anything. People don't like that. I know. You always want to make motion like at least you're trying to get better.
And we're at Affiliate Day and they're feeding us and they're giving us free stuff.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I mean, you're not going to go at the guy who's treating you to a party right now.
Maybe they were standing pat. Okay, one more time.
Look, mister, there's two kinds of dumb. A guy that gets naked and runs out in the snow and barks at the moon, and guy who does the same thing in my living room. First one don't matter. The second one you kind of forced to deal with.
It's one of my top 10 all time.
We've got a variety of guesses at 359-2255.
We'll be back with that. 217-359-2255. Weather brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, sports physicals, back to school physicals, got to get it right, got to get it done. At a location near you, visit carl.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. That heat advisory remains into position. Hot and humid weather for the day today, but relief in store from a temperature standpoint. Later on into the weekend, another ramping up of both expected early next week, and a much stronger cold front on the move. Thereafter, no shortage of rainfall prospects here in the coming days. It's a small chance this afternoon, much like yesterday, up to 95 the high, but feeling like 105 to 110 out there. Increasing clouds, light wind, warm and muggy tonight, 76 with a shower thunderstorm in spots this evening, more so after midnight. Tomorrow still hot and humid, up to around 90 with a couple of showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon. Down tomorrow night to the mid-70s and scattered showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Next couple of days, heavy rainfall out of some of these storms, a high around 91 on Saturday. Sunday high, lesser rain chances with lower 90s there, up to 95 on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, cooler, drier air. Late next week, Thursday, highs to the lower 80s. For CVG Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868. Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
American Airlines is predicting it will lose money in coming months. Its earnings for the spring quarter were stronger than forecast, and revenue rose to a record. The expectations for its third quarter are based on fuel prices, anticipated future demand, and current bookings. American says it all depends on demand in the domestic market and on the downside, macro weakness, which means cooling of the global economy not seen today. The stock's down 4.5%. Tesla shares are down nearly 6%. Sales and earnings declined in the spring quarter. Tesla is planning to expand robo-taxi service and also plans a lower-priced Model Y SUV. Alphabet, parent of Google, reported a much better than expected quarter. That stock up 3.5%. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
Major League Baseball comes to iconic Bristol Motor Speedway. Welcome to Thunder Valley. It's the Braves. It's the Reds.
This is baseball in Bristol.
The MLB Speedway Classic, August 2nd on Fox.
It's Will Kane Country. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday at foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss the show. Listen and follow the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Well, if you want to sell your home and you want it sold quickly for the most money possible, well, yeah, that's a check mark on all of those. Nate Evans and the Nate Evans Group. Michelle says that the agents at the Nate Evans Group are local experts that are deeply rooted in the community and fully committed to serving their clients at the highest level. She also said that Nate and his team continually stay ahead of market trends to provide exceptional guidance.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, the experience that you get when you work with Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty. If you're looking to go faster, you need that immediate cash offer on your home, there's flexible fees. Why not sell your home for the most money possible? Or if you'd like to check out the Coming Soon program and, get an opportunity to see that private network and generate high quality offers, this is some of the things you'll find when you work with Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty. Call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. A friend you can trust, 217-239-7113. Just do that online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tell me about Gail Frericks Trucking.
We're doing great right now with freight and drivers. We do have a couple of spots. For July, I'm going to go ahead. We did last month, and it was great, and it filled up what we had available. I'm going to go ahead and do a $4,000 sign-on bonus for the month of July. And with the reminder that the drivers that are with us when harvest starts will be the first ones that have the opportunity to haul grain in the fall. There'll be about 4 or 5 of those spots open. That means they're home every night. They're making a good paycheck every day. Now they do have to work on the weekends some during harvest because that's all dictated by the weather. But we have several people that enjoy doing that.
You bet.
So if somebody is interested in that, get on with us now, get some regional work in, and be ready to go harvest in the fall.
Give us that contact information.
Email me at timo@gftlog.com or call me 765-793-7131 and hit 4 when the auto attendant answers.
Yeah, that's our pit master. He'll be coming up next hour, 8:35.
Absolutely.
Tim Onstadt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that clip I played incorporated into our program. It's from the movie Who Guessed What?
Oh, yeah. I need to, because we had quite a few texts come in. Some guessing Major League, actually.
Okay, baseball movie. Not right, no.
But the correct ones, there's at least 6 of them saying Hoosiers.
Yep. So why did I play that? Well, listen to this.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. At President Trump's direction and with the support and coordination with the House Intelligence Committee Chairman Rick Crawford, today we've released a declassified Oversight Majority Staff report that was produced in September of 2020. The stunning revelations that we are releasing today should be of concern to every American. This is not about Democrats or Republicans. This has to do with the integrity of our democratic republic and American voters having faith that the votes cast will count. There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false.
On another matter, over the past few days, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has unveiled shocking new evidence that former President Barack Obama and top aides in the Obama administration conspired to subvert President Trump's 2016 election victory.
With certainty, I think we knew it before, in all fairness, Tulsi, but now you have certainty. She has all the documents, she has everything that you need. And she found out that Barack Hussein Obama led a group of people and they cheated in the elections.
Okay, so the point of the clip from Hoosiers is that you can't let it go. It's on. This is a full court press by the Donald Trump administration. And now we need to know. If they're lying, somebody should go to jail on Trump's team. Mm-hmm. If they're not lying... This will be unbelievable. And I'm wondering, what is irrefutable proof? I want to see what that looks like. If you do something so egregious while president and you leave evidence behind, don't you shred stuff like that?
I would think.
Don't you make sure that maybe it's just too vast, too big, too many hands in this thing? I don't know. But you can't now just say they're deflecting from Epstein. You can't say, you got to find out what's the truth. You're telling me Tulsi Gabbard, who I happen to like a lot, I liked her when she was a Democrat. You're going to risk everything you have, your entire legacy. It feels to me, and now maybe they don't. Maybe they don't have irrefutable. Maybe they don't. But it feels like I'm playing poker with somebody who has 4 aces. That's an unbeatable hand in straight up poker.
Right. What are they seeing?
Well, they
have some teeth.
Well, you're coming out and everybody's just pressing to the pedal to the metal. You're telling me that they had an intelligence report that said Russia wanted to do it, but they couldn't, and there's nothing there. And then you meet on December 16 after Trump shocks Hillary Clinton and wins the White House, and you're sitting there, let's do another assessment. And you come up with stuff that's not true? You do that? And you put this country through all that? Did Trump spend, I don't know, $40 million on their thing, but that's just, they got family money. But you're telling me the whole country went through all we went through, about 3 or 4 years? And he's essentially accusing them of cheating in 16, 20, and they think they cheated some in 24.
Well, practically every online search talks about Obama and former officials in the administration have called Gabbard's allegations baseless, and that this is an attempt to distract from the Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein scandal.
All right, that's the line, but I think as much as I'm hearing and how adamant they are, we at least have to find out. And then we need to press if whoever's lying needs to go to jail, including Tulsi Gabbard. It's too far now. It's like, are we doing this? Yeah, we're doing this. Let's go, because it's here, and you have to find out now. It's too big. I will ask John Decker the same question.
Okay,
Mr. John Decker is next. ESPN 93.5, 7:30. We'll be right back.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers, bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine. It's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Jeffrey Epstein's partner in crime, Ghislaine Maxwell, could meet as early as today with Deputy U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche. The DOJ is pushing for more transparency about the Epstein sex trafficking ring and to see if there was a so-called client list. Meanwhile, Fox News confirms President Trump's name is in the Epstein files, the White House calling that story fake news. DNI Chief Tulsi Gabbard releasing intel about the bogus Trump-Russia collusion allegations in the run-up to the 2016 election, delivering this assertion.
The evidence that we have found and that we have released directly point to President Obama leading the manufacturing of this intelligence assessment.
Former White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain has a date this morning with the House Oversight Committee probing the alleged mental decline of former President Biden during his time in office. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A Mattoon man is accused of threatening police over a water leak. Sunday, Noah Olson called 911 about that leak at his apartment. It's believed officers didn't arrive soon enough, so he threatened a 911 dispatcher, saying he was going to kill everyone in the police department. Routine vehicle stop at the intersection of Hunter and Learman in Urbana results in the arrest of a 26-year-old man. During the stop, the officer discovered open alcohol inside the car and found a firearm tucked under the driver's seat. The driver, identified as a convicted felon, was arrested. Construction on Monticello's next park, Oberheim Park's begun. Project cost $1 million. It'll feature 4 soccer fields, football field, 2 baseball and softball fields. Monticello's administrator says it's all to honor the legacy of Champaign police officer Chris Oberheim, who was killed in the line of duty 4 years ago. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
We will talk to John Decker, who started the whole thing, really going with the whole Tulsi Gabbard. And he asked the president a question the other day, and it led all the news from John Decker's questions. Stand by. That'll be next. ESPN 93.5. Here's Greg Solier.
So good everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. While the heat wave weather pattern continues on relative to heat index values, some relief in store in the coming days. A little more significant drop-off in temperatures, a much stronger cold front, and a far better feel expected the second half of next week. No shortage of rainfall going forward here the next 5 to 7 days as well. Probably some locally heavy and higher amounts expected too for East Central Illinois and the Twin Cities. 95 the forecast high, feeling like 105 to 110 today. Small chance for a shower thunderstorm this afternoon, much like we experienced yesterday. Otherwise, increasing clouds, light wind, warm and muggy tonight, 76. Shower thunderstorm around early, more likely late tomorrow. Hot and humid up to around 90. Partly sunny and a couple again. Shower and thunderstorm outbreaks in spots both morning, more so in the afternoon. Scattered showers and thunderstorms for the weekend. Best rain odds on Saturday, a high there at 91. Lower 90s on Sunday, up to 95, though, and a hot and humid dry Monday. Showers and thunderstorms back in next Tuesday and Wednesday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Well, my friends, it's Thursday. John Decker. I want to talk to John Decker. He is the one we know. I want to talk to John Decker. He's at the White House in press room. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's John Decker.
John Decker.
Yes.
John Decker.
Children and Combines. Now singing the theme. iHeart Podcast is off and running. Mondays is when it comes down. Is that correct? It came out this last Monday. And here you go with an iHeart Podcast that'll go worldwide. Mr. John Decker continues to expand his universe. Mm-hmm. Congratulations on that.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Premiere Monday. It's just 15 minutes every day, Monday through Friday. And I tell you, what's that insider's perspective, Stevie, what's happening at the White House. I do it in a way that's just down the straight and narrow path. There's no bias one way or the other. If you just want to find out from an insider who speaks to the president, who speaks to the director of national intelligence, the White House press secretary every day. I'm the place in which you should get it. You can download it at iHeart or Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast.
All right, John Decker.
What's the name of it?
It's called The White House Briefing Room with John Decker.
Yeah.
Okay,
How about that?
Kind of large.
Yes.
Kind of large. Big time, baby. Okay, so
That's right.
in my opinion, we hit a tipping point yesterday.
Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has unveiled shocking new evidence that former President Barack Obama and top aides in the Obama administration conspired to subvert President Trump's 2016 election victory and undermine the democratic will of the American people.
There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false.
She has all the documents. She has everything that you need. And she found out that Barack Hussein Obama led a group of people and they cheated in the elections.
Look, mister, there's two kinds of dumb. A guy that gets naked and runs out in the snow and barks at the moon, and guy who does the same thing in my living room. First one don't matter. The second one you kind of forced to deal with.
I think it's on like Donkey Kong. John, now we have to find out. This isn't just the passing, he's crazy, he's lying. Now we really need to know. Their full court press they're calling Obama a treasonous man. You got to find out what's true, and whoever's lying needs to go to jail, including Tulsi Gabbard. How can you have irrefutable evidence of this if you're in there doing those kinds of things? Don't you shred stuff when you leave?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if you caught I asked Tulsi Gabbard two questions yesterday in the briefing room, and the first question, and I ask this question often because I think it's relevant. Why are you doing something now? Why now? And that essentially was the essence of my question, because President Trump has been President Trump before for 4 years, from 2017 to 2021. Any one of her Republican predecessors that worked under Donald Trump could have done the same exact thing that she did in the past week: declassify those documents, look into whether there was any, as she posits, this weaponization of intelligence, and they didn't do it. And
I think that's a great question. What did she say?
Yeah. She didn't really have a good answer for that question. She didn't really, and one of those DNIs, by the way, was John Ratcliffe, who now is the CIA director. So, to me, that's the head scratcher. Donald Trump owned the levers of power for 4 years, from 2017 to 21. He was president of the United States. If he felt that Obama and this cabal was working to undermine him, he could have instructed his DNI, any one of them, because there were a few of them that he took on that role during his first term, including, what's his name, Grinnell. He was acting DNI. They could have all released this information 4 years ago, and we would have had more information than what we have right now.
Well, we have gone through a lot more since that point in 17, 18, and then all of a sudden the election, which he felt was stolen, and then all the prosecution. Everything he's gone through. There's a lot that has happened, more water under the bridge, certainly from that time. And maybe he was so busy deflecting everything, and he wasn't a pro at being in the White House. He was certainly a new guy. And there was just a lot going on at every moment. It was just something else. I guess the question, too, is, don't we need to know the truth?
Well, it's not like this idea has been not looked into before. A bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee looked into this, and the chair of the Intelligence Committee at the time was Marco Rubio, who's now the president's national security advisor and Secretary of State. And they didn't uncover what it is that Tulsi Gabbard has just sent to the DOJ in terms of a criminal referral. You saw the question I asked the president just the other day.
I played it yesterday. It was. It was great, and it was like, okay, and then he really gave us the lead story. He gave us the lead story for a day.
Yeah, 7-minute long answer from the president to that question. And the question, just a reminder to your audience, was, Mr. President, who do you believe the Department of Justice should investigate? Who should they target as part of their investigation? And he didn't waste a breath. He said Barack Obama right away, Barack Obama. And, that's the way he feels about it.
Well, I mean, if it's irrefutable evidence, I want to see it.
Right. I want to see it, too. And what is so ironic is that Supreme Court decision that really benefited Donald Trump as it relates to presidential immunity, well, it would also apply to Barack Obama. So that's the irony, in terms of a decision that was cheered by supporters of President Trump. They will not like that aspect of that ruling, that decision by the Supreme Court, potentially benefiting Barack Obama, if it indeed goes down that path.
I think we need to know if something like that was possible. And if it happened, let's be aware that something like that is possible versus point fingers at each other. I think for history's sake, I don't expect Barack Obama to go to jail. I don't think that serves it. I just think we need to know the truth. That's what I'm saying at this point is please tell me if Tulsi Gabbard's lying, if Donald Trump is lying. Of course, people, they think he's Nazi, whatever. But I mean, I'm just saying, give me the facts, and I need to see your irrefutable evidence, because if it's irrefutable, we need to know that stuff like that is possible in America, and it happened. Just like Monica Lewinsky. It was wrong. I mean, if it wasn't for a blue dress, they would have been denying today.
I think you're right about that.
They never would have.
Right about that.
It was wrong. I mean, it just, come on, man.
Well, and every online search, though, talks about how this is totally a pivot to get out of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that goes to why now, the why now part of the equation. It was back in March. So how many months ago is March? March is the third month. We're now in the 7th month. 4 months ago. 4 months ago, President Trump signed a memo declassifying these documents. 4 months? It takes 4 months to go through those documents to make this criminal referral. It just seems so convenient that it's happening now. That's the cynic in me speaking, Stevie, when I say that. But, I'm also one that's open to finding what happened and going down the path of leading the facts and taking the facts as they are, rather than coming to any preordained judgment in terms of what the facts should be.
I mean, the reason that they're all of a sudden, I don't know. Maybe they are disappointed there isn't much there, or maybe there's a whole bunch of people that are going to be kind of like Alan Dershowitz said, release everything, because I was on the names floated around, and I got to prove my innocence.
Right.
And he said, so show it all, but I think may very well embarrass a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of names that have been bannered around, and he was obviously a criminal, Epstein. And I'm all for letting it go. Let's see it all. People are thinking Trump's name's on there. Trump disassociated with him in 2004 is my understanding. So
right.
I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I don't know either. It's there are a lot of unanswered questions as it relates to that whole Epstein situation. I haven't really asked any questions, I have to tell you, in any situation at the White House briefing room to the president about the Epstein situation. To me, I get it. I get it why it's important to some people. To me, I focus on issues that I know matter to people on a regular basis. I focus on jobs in the economy, those types of questions, national security, those types of questions. This one is salacious.
Yeah,
and
right.
I generally don't ask salacious.
Yeah, well, think about it too. If you release everything, and it isn't what they want, you destroyed evidence. You never gave it all. I mean, they're never going to satisfy. Right. I mean, I have questions about John Kennedy. Okay, 1963, and so I don't think you ever scratched that itch.
Well, yeah, I think that's right. And for those out there who have conspiracy theories in regards to Epstein, his death, the idea that not all of the facts concerning Epstein have been released to the public, for those individuals that do believe that there's a conspiracy in those three areas, they're likely not going to be satisfied, even if Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, decides to release what she has in her possession.
Okay. All right, it's John Decker, great television's outstanding White House correspondent, national correspondent, now a podcast every Monday you can get on Spotify.
Well,
and
it's actually every day. It's Monday.
You're doing it Monday through Friday?
It's Monday through Friday, 15 minutes every day. Yes, sir.
I thought it was
How about
weekly.
that?
Okay, every day you
Every
can find
day.
out what's
The
going
White
on.
House briefing room with
Every
John Decker.
day.
That's crazy.
Every day.
Then you're going to tell me you're going to
do it on a Monday. It's going to be dated in a second.
I mean, not Saturday, Sunday.
No, not Saturday.
Okay,
Sunday.
we got to go to the.
I take the weekend off.
We got to go to the Australian Open for crying out loud. I'm probably
That's
crazy.
right.
I'm busy. Okay. No, anyway, that's
right.
outstanding. I think before you know it, you'll be doing 3 hours like Joe Rogan. Come on, man.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Wow. To be mentioned in the same stratosphere as Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
Wow,
he's
that'd be
got
something.
20 million listeners a week or something.
That's right.
So, John,
Good for him.
what about the heavy tranquilizer thing about Hillary? I mean, wow, that was
interesting. Yeah, throwing that out there. Yeah, I was like, wow, okay.
I mean, she was supposed to win 99% likely. I mean, she's certainly gone through a lot with a lot of ambitions, and her getting angry.
Sure.
We've heard stories like that. So,
Sure,
but I'm just
yeah,
not sure
I've
the
heard that.
point of heavy tranquilizers for Hillary coming out.
Yeah, so that goes to that issue of salaciousness.
Yeah.
You know, like
Right.
okay,
Right.
whatever. And
Yeah.
she's retired. She's not in the picture anymore. And to be knocking her is I don't know. It seems a little bit of a low blow at this point, right?
Yeah, again, it came out and it was just like sitting there and going, what do we do that for? I don't exactly get it.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a lot here on the table. What about winning the whole AI race? Is that a space race kind of thing for our time?
I think so. Yeah, I do believe that. I think that, unlike with the space race when our primary competitor was the Soviet Union, now our primary competitor as it relates to the AI race is China. And the president's right. The U.S. needs to win that race. We need to be the preeminent leader in the world in terms of artificial intelligence. I think we are, but we need to maintain that and, expand that lead. And that's what the president was focused on yesterday when he attended this AI conference and made remarks at that AI conference.
It's kind of fact that it's been where, we come up with it, China steals it. We've certainly had those.
Well, yeah, we've seen that before.
Well, because their society doesn't breed innovation and hope and making money and being all this freedom that we are blessed with in America. So I think we will, but there's not a tote board saying, hey, we're up by 2 right now. How do we know?
Right. Well, that's right. How do we know? And you mentioned, how China steals our intellectual property. They do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They reverse engineer so many of our products. They go, oh, okay, that's how they do it. Let's reverse engineer it. Let's figure it out, and let's make it cheaper with our cheap labor. That's what the Chinese do. And I think that's one of the reasons why the president is taking such a tough, role in terms of dealing with China, because of the fact that, this issue's a big issue. It impacts trade. It impacts the global economy when you steal our intellectual property.
Yeah. Well, again, I'd love the forward thinking. I love the let's get it done. Let's go. And I'm telling you, it's stunning to me if we really went down the list of how many things the Trump administration has actually proposed, done. I mean, you can look at the border, 0 crossings that we've allowed back in 2 straight months, I think, 0.
Yeah.
And then,
it's very impressive.
Karen Bass, the mayor of LA, says, has he done anything? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, what the world are you talking about?
Well, she's very political. I mean, you would expect that, coming from a Democratic mayor who was very political when she was a member of Congress, too. So, I'm not surprised that she would say that. And sometimes, I think you get more credibility if you're a politician if you acknowledge at least some of the time that the other side won something. Just acknowledge that they've achieved a victory in something, congratulate them, move on, and then you can have your political fight again down the road.
So one more thing, if you go to Australia for 6 months and work and play tennis and do some things and everything.
Where am I doing that? I like this idea.
Well, it's Australia. You're reporting live from Sydney, and then I squat in your house. Could you possibly get me out? I mean, what are the laws that say you can go into a property and sit and squat and you can't get them out? The LA is happening in the fire burned out area.
That's scary.
That's just the dumbest thing ever. That's stupid. You bring the police and arrest people. I don't get that.
That's right. Yeah, no, you're right about that. Yes, and sometimes some of the things that happen out in California, I scratch my head at, and I'm glad I don't live in California for those reasons that you just mentioned.
Yeah. I need a Stevie J administration for about 4, 5 to 10 years to clean up California, because that's a gorgeous state, man. It's so pretty. It's so
absolutely 100%.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
John, keep up your fine work, Mr. Podcast every day. iHeartRadio to hear exactly what's going on. John will tell you straight down the middle like he does.
The White House briefing room with John Decker.
You want a zillion.
That's the one.
ZILLIO, a zillion hits on that every day.
Yes.
That's what we want.
That's right. And soon we'll be having the John Decker theme make an appearance on the podcast.
And Diane had inferred to you that you're kind of serious, and I said, well, what's not serious about my theme? I worked very hard on my theme, man. Come on,
so
man.
Just want to get this straight. No copyright issues.
Yes.
No copyright issues displayed. Come on, Stevie.
Actually, there is
own that.
ASCAP BMI.
Right.
Whatever
There you
Queen
go.
is,
That's right.
whatever Queen with bicycle, I pay a fair trade.
I'm sure you do.
Fair price thing with my licensing.
Exactly.
Yeah, listen, we appreciate your reporting, and we need you out there. And by the way, are you holding a boom mic when you're in the Oval?
I often am holding a boom mic when I'm in the Oval. Absolutely, 100%.
I'd be like me, washing the window, turn around, ask a question. What are you holding the boom? We've got people for that. What are we doing?
Hey, Stevie, I'm not above that. I'm a man of the people.
That's what I'm talking
work,
about. But isn't that heavy? Isn't a boom mic kind of heavy?
Stevie, I work out every morning at 4:30 in the morning. It is not heavy for me. It's nothing. It's like a toothpick. Come on.
Doing Rocky one-handed push-ups, man.
Yes.
I know you.
Right.
Listen, keep up your fine reporting. We need you. You seem to stimulate the top news story now weekly. So keep it going.
Thanks a lot, Stevie.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Have a
That's
good one.
John Decker, White House correspondent for Gray, GRAY Television, and a daily Monday through Friday podcast heard on iHeart, picked up anywhere you get podcasts.
And we love his segment here on ESPN 93.5.
All right, we check your weather. Nathaniel's son standing by.
All righty.
We will get Did You Know coming up. Our weather brought to you by Kramer's Siding and Window.
Get great curb appeal and superior weather protection with a new roof and gutter helmet. You can find out more about how the two work better together at kramersiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. That heat advisory remains into position. Hot and humid weather for the day today, but relief in store from a temperature standpoint. Later on into the weekend, another ramping up of both expected early next week, and a much stronger cold front on the move. Thereafter, no shortage of rainfall prospects here in the coming days. It's a small chance this afternoon, much like yesterday, up to 95 the high, but feeling like 105 to 110 out there. Increasing clouds, light wind, warm and muggy tonight, 76 with a shower thunderstorm in spots this evening, more so after midnight. Tomorrow still hot and humid, up to around 90 with a couple of showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon. Down tomorrow night to the mid-70s and scattered showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Next couple of days, heavy rainfall out of some of these storms, a high around 91 on Saturday. Sunday high, lesser rain chances with lower 90s there, up to 95 on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, cooler, drier air. Late next week, Thursday, highs to the lower 80s. For CVG Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to thenateevansgroup.com.
Okay, grandparent moment. See if I can get this on here.
Okay.
This is just the cutest doggone thing, and I'm not biased at all. This just having fun on her little carpet there. It's
Okay.
Josephine.
Squealing with joy.
Just joy. Nothing but joy. Her daddy is Nathaniel's son. Always a pleasure to call my son Nathaniel. You know him because I say, Nathaniel's son. How are you?
Well, I'm good, and I'm amazed that she made her radio debut probably earlier than any of us.
You know what? Good point. Hadn't thought of that. July 24th, 2025, the year of our Lord. Josephine has been on the radio. Here
Yes.
we go. It is Nathaniel's son in...
Where are you,
I don't
Nathaniel?
know. He's in Texas. He's in North Carolina. He's in Chicago. How do you like flying all the time?
You know, it's not as glamorous as it's made out to be.
That's right.
But, there's some perceived benefits that they give you carrots every now and then for the longer you do it. So I'll take it.
Yep, you bet. Doing great work as a engineer for Braun Russo. Okay, we do a feature called Did You Know? And I'm curious what you came up with this week, Nathaniel's son.
Yeah, well, this week we're going to talk about an interesting topic that's related to really a lot of the food we consume, and a little bit more recently, in the past, I'd say a couple years. There's been a trend amongst restaurants and people who are trying to keep up with new recipes and even trends on social media. And it's become a little bit of a buzzword to use something called beef tallow in how you cook. Now, if you're like me, you've probably wondered what beef tallow is, and maybe you've used it, maybe you haven't. But beef tallow, very simply put, is beef fat that is sort of rendered down, meaning it's cooked, and it removes some impurities and creates this really rich sort of cooking oil that does have truly some health benefits, but it's also really good for cooking at high heat and ideal for frying things. Now, if you've been to restaurants, maybe you've noticed people advertising, we use beef tallow or we fry our things in beef tallow. And yes, while it is true there are some health benefits, it's generally not the healthiest thing. So it's not as if you can just go on and have all the beef tallow you want without thinking about it. But what's interesting is that currently, probably the largest French fry maker in the world, McDonald's, in 1955, in their original recipe, they called it Formula 57. They fried all of their French fries in beef tallow. So if you have gourmet French fries today that really are, it's a noticeable difference. They're probably very similar to how McDonald's originally made their French fries. But nowadays, they produce food on such a scale that they go through 9 million pounds of potatoes every day to serve all of their French fries.
9
and
million.
They're cut and frozen, partially fried, shipped to the restaurant, refried, and then served with some sort of flavoring to try to make it seem like they actually were fried in beef tallow.
Wonder how you'd know that if anybody's still doing that. I know that the French fries at the county fair with the Colors French fries, they say they use the best oil. Well, I wonder if beef tallow would be considered the best oil.
Probably depends on who you ask.
Yeah,
but
true.
There's a good bit of science behind it that beef tallow is higher in saturated fats, which again is better for high heats, which is you fry things in. Currently, McDonald's uses a canola oil, which really isn't ideal for frying at high heats. You can just add to inflammation when it's consumed.
Pound that salt on it, baby, and let's eat. Woo. Hey, listen, appreciate it. Beef tallow, we learned something today. Did you know, Nathaniel's son? Thank you.
All right.
Talk soon.
Take care.
Never put those two words together in my life. Beef tallow.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I wonder, is McDonald's French fries still... I mean, everything's better hot, and generally any fast food French fry generally isn't hot. Right? I mean, they're just not. They're a little wilty. Who's got the best fast food French fries these days? Anybody? I know the best I've maybe ever had is Culler's at the fry, but keep in mind they're steaming hot because they're coming right off the thing. And they put the vinegar on it and all that stuff, vinegar and salt. But yeah, I'm curious. Wendy's supposedly stepped up their French fries. I've never had them, but if anybody knows best French fries, I am a French fry guy. I like all the potatoes peeled. I don't like any skin on them. 217-359-2255. Best French fries. I don't know.
Well, it says on an online search, Wendy's and McDonald's are top contenders.
Okay. If you would like to vote, let me know. I want to get some French fries because I always love to have French fries. 217-359-2255. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I'm Stevie J. We have another hour to go. Stand by. Brett Bielema said some interesting things yesterday, and she'll play that for you. Our head football coach will be coming up. You're listening to WSJK, ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Colombia makes a deal to end Trump administration scrutiny. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I'm really pleased that we were able to come to this agreement.
That's Education Secretary Linda McMahon on Fox Business a short time ago, reacting to Colombia paying $220 million to restore federal grants canceled by the government after destructive pro-Palestinian protests on campus.
You can't have students that are locked into a library on campus with other students pounding on the windows outside yelling, "Death to Israel, death to Jews."
In a statement, Colombia denied wrongdoing but did acknowledge anti-Semitism on campus. The Jewish students and faculty experienced painful, unacceptable incidents and reform is needed. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche could meet as soon as today with Ghislaine Maxwell, who was convicted for her role in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking scheme involving underage girls. He committed suicide awaiting trial. But in the push for more files to be released, a federal judge denied an attempt to unseal grand jury records. The Wall Street Journal reports the president's been told that his name is among many in the files.
Maxwell could be meeting with more people as well. The Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee announcing he has issued a subpoena for a deposition. James Comer says, quote, "It is imperative that Congress conduct oversight of the federal government's enforcement of sex trafficking laws," and that deposition would take place in Tallahassee, where Ms. Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year sentence.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. A disaster in Russia. A plane crash, reportedly in bad weather, making a second attempt to land, killing all 48 people on board. In Israel, there's a search for the driver who rammed a vehicle into a group of soldiers, wounding 8 of them. As attempts to stop the war in Gaza and free more hostages ramp up.
And Israeli officials told the AP Hamas's response to the latest ceasefire proposal for Gaza is workable. This as President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff heads to Italy to meet the top Israeli negotiator.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos. Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/today. Ethos.com/today.
President Trump has lost another round in court, and the challenge is to his attempt to undo something allowed by the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, what's called birthright citizenship.
The executive order would deny citizenship to children born to illegal immigrants. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruling will block the Trump administration from enforcing it. The ruling comes after Trump's plan was also blocked by a federal judge in New Hampshire. The president has long criticized the policy as a magnet for illegal immigration and argued he could end it by executive authority. But several courts are saying only Congress or a constitutional amendment could change it. The issue is now one step closer to the Supreme Court. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
And speaking of the Supreme Court, its approval ratings are higher. A new Fox News poll has 47% supporting the justices, 9 points higher than this time a year ago. And as Fox's Gernal Scott reports, voters in that poll were also asked about how the president is doing.
President Trump's job performance number is unchanged from a month ago at 46%. However, voters don't have a high opinion of the national economy. Only 32% say it's positive. People are a bit more optimistic about their personal finances, which 44% say is at least good. On the One Big Beautiful Bill the president signed, 58% said they didn't like it, while 48% say it will hurt your family.
Now, we just got an unemployment update showing first-time claims dropped last week to the fewest since April, 217,000. But the number of people still collecting jobless benefits rose slightly to 1.955 million. And as we look at Wall Street, the Dow might drop pretty big at the opening bell this hour. Its futures are down more than 300 points, but the futures for the NASDAQ are rising. The NASDAQ and the S&P 500 closed yesterday at record highs. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Village of Muhammad appointing David Smysore as the next chief of police. Smysore will succeed retiring chief Mike Metzler, who will step down on September 30th. Smysore is currently the deputy chief of police for the city of Urbana. He begins his new role October 1st. A pilot dead after a small crop dusting plane crashed in Ogle County. They say it went down near the 2800 block of West Illinois Route 64 in Mount Morris. The aircraft on fire when officers arrived. The pilot was the only person on board. The FAA and NTSB investigating. A murder and kidnapping suspect out of Kansas is in custody after being arrested in Mattoon. Chris Burnshaw was a suspect in a double murder in Topeka. It was believed he had taken a child and one of the victims. He was pulled over at the intersection of Route 16 and Beech Tree Road in Mattoon. The 2-year-old child was unharmed. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All righty. Thank you, Jim. 8:06. We're going to talk about Chief Alanowick here in just a moment. Stand by for that. It is Thursday morning. This is July 24. Hot and sticky is kind of what we've been enduring. But meteorologist Greg Sollier says wet is coming, sir. I mean,
yes.
You're just talking about sprinkles here. We're talking about significant rain maybe, huh?
Yeah, 1 to 3, another cumulative and or may come all at once. The nature of sometimes uneven rainfall amounts and sometimes on coverages, but checklist, the checkbox, the decision tree, continue to check off where you need to get rain to materialize and how to make it as well. All those are coming into fruition quite nicely in the days to come.
All right, so for the next few, and then a break here as we see next week, maybe in temperatures a little, huh?
Yes, would you like me to go into further detail?
Yes, you go right ahead, sir.
Okay, I was just wondering where we were at.
Well,
77 now.
Sometimes nobody knows where we're at on this program. Yeah. So that's why we have online meetings. That's why I tell you stuff that are the programming, and we just talk about it, man. Just go. No.
As in, ladies and gentlemen, pardon us as we bottle the radio station.
Exactly. It's now Greg Sollier's turn to have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, madam and sir, with a reading of 77 at Willard and Savoy, 80 muggy degrees at Danville. Those dew points are well into the 70s, and the showers, per usual, beginning to weaken out of eastern and southern Iowa. Flood watches the far western end of the state through northern Missouri, eastern Kansas. We'll have multiple rounds and opportunities in the coming days. Coverages will vary kind of each day, but add it all up, should be a good 1 to 3. And got to keep an eye on the severe end of things. There should be no problem with the corn and soybeans dealing with the heat. Humidity certainly elevated and the corn sweat as well at night, but the severe nature sometimes causes problems with lodging, green snap, and blowdown. We'll keep you posted. We'll head towards an afternoon high today. Going to be a tough one. The heat advisory till 7 and kind of a feel-like reading of 105 to 110 as the day wears on into the afternoon. Increasing clouds and again an isolated shower thunderstorm. We were able to bubble one up yesterday in the so-called hot ridge. We'll do it again this afternoon and evening time. Better odds for a shower thunderstorm after midnight tonight. Muggy again down to 76 tomorrow. Pardon me. Hot, more humid. Partly sunny skies, a couple of showers and thunderstorms around. Scattered stuff in the morning, more organization to the afternoon tomorrow, the high at around 90. We'll hover near 90 to 91 Saturday and Sunday. Better than even odds of showers and thunderstorms Saturday. Lesser rain chance Sunday. Back to hot and humid, steamy 95-degree weather on Monday. Then stronger cold front, subtle pattern shift, gets us into the 80s Wednesday and low to mid 80s next Thursday and Friday. Midweek showers, thunderstorms, dry, cooler air, lower humidity next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, meteorologist Greg Sollier.
All right, well, we miss the chief. I do. Happy to welcome President Tony Henson, Native American Guardians Association, an American Indian grassroots movement founded in June of 2017, nonprofit stated purpose of promoting Native American history and preservation. Representatives of NAGA, Native American Guardian Association, have been active in debates over Native American mascots, opposing their removal both by providing non-Native opponents of change with talking points or by members giving testimony in support of mascot retention. Tony Henson. Well, with the change the name back to Redskins, and you need to go to the
Commanders for Washington.
Go Commanders to Redskins, and then Cleveland back to Indians, is what President Trump has said. Does MAGA help NAGA, Tony?
Oh, absolutely. Anything is possible at this point in time. So we are launching a campaign here in Illinois. The purpose is to reconnect the Native Illini tribe back to fighting Illini athletics.
Well,
and go ahead.
I'm just going to say, I don't see the administration in Illinois. I don't see Governor Pritzker, who controls the trustees. If you did a vote on campus, Chief Illini would have been back years ago.
It's this is more of a proposal to reconnect with the tribe, which is the Peoria tribe of Indians. The problem has always been is that their tribe was never on board with the chief because he didn't represent their cultural dance tradition, nor the chief wore the Sioux regalia, and they weren't the Sioux, so they wanted their regalia. And so I think that, I've talked, a friend of mine is the second chief with the tribe, and he is very supportive. He's actually is an alumni of the University of Illinois, and he is fully supportive. So it's never been a situation where we have the support of the tribe, but we do now.
Okay.
And the missing link, if people say, well, if you want the chief back, that would have to be the first link. The second link is that Illini Nation has to come together and as one united force and say, this is what we want. Because after they got rid of the chief, they have allowed the faculty to be in 100% control of our athletic traditions, and it has to be Illini Nation coming together with Native American community, with our tribe, saying enough of that. And I think with President Trump, actually what they're doing can be argued that it's discrimination. So, with our new campaign that we're running, we have people signed on to the campaign, including Mary Henson, the Council of the Chiefs, which are the former Chief Illinois performers. We have the Lulier. We have some of the presidents of the Alumni Association. We've got some former athletes, and we have the second chief of the Peoria tribe. So
if you have a tribe, much like Florida State has, I guess they can argue, well, it's not the same. They're not Illini. There's no more Illini. They can always throw that at you. But the NCAA, by example, it'd be utter hypocrisy to say no to the Fighting Illini if you're saying yes to the Florida State Seminole.
Yeah, the NCAA carved out an exemption. If you could get a namesake tribe to support your native theme, then they gave you the exemption. The problem is the Peoria tribe voted 3-2 against support for Chief Illinois, and they have always stated publicly that if the chief, wore their regalia, performed their style of dance, they could be okay with it.
Okay, so we changed the regalia. You do a different dance, but it's not Fighting Illini. Does that matter?
We videotaped what that would look like in Quapaw, Oklahoma, and my friend who's the deputy chief of the Peoria tribe helped me put all of that together, and it's in the documentary that I spoke about a few months ago.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it, and there's more than one performer, but the lead performer, in my mind, would be the chief. Different regalia, different style of dance, but it's all to the 3-in-1. So ultimately, that's where we want to land. But right now, this is as much about going back to majority rule at the University of Illinois. For too long, it's the chancellor after chancellor has just caved in to the faculty, and they are not. It's the alumni, it's the fans, the people that go to the game, it's the donors. They are the backbone of fighting Illini athletics.
Tony, sometimes, as you know, in Champaign-Urbana on a Saturday morning, A lot of the professors don't even know there's a game. Okay? What the world would you put the faculty in charge of that for? That's crazy.
It's insane, and this is why we put together this campaign. People can go on the internet to ourtribe.blog, and you will see the documentary. You will see the archival information from the university's own archives that spells out, hey, the Native Illini were always connected to Fighting Illini athletics. And so there is an open letter to the new chancellor and Josh Whitman stating, we want to reconnect the Native Illini tribe back to Fighting Illini athletics, and then put it in the hands of the tribe as how we can honor them. And if we do what they say, which is have their kind of regalia, their kind of dance, then with the full force of Illini Nation signing on to that letter, we give ourselves the best chance. And with the current occupant in the White House and with the Native American Guardians Association, it's a combination that we've never had. So now is the opportunity.
All right, so you still need the trustees, right? And that's controlled by Governor Pritzker, who's totally against this. And so would you have the president and the chancellor have to kind of be on board? And then you got to get the nod from the NCAA for the exemption, right?
I think it's the chancellor's call. If you got the tribe on board, then that's what you need to get the exemption from the NCAA. So if you got the tribe on board, then really it comes down to the chancellor. The chancellor makes the call. Just like the Chancellor Jones made the call to get rid of the war chant, and there was a lot of nefarious things. He almost got fired over that, but the trustees didn't intervene and make him return it. So the chancellor has the power to let this move forward. And again, what we're saying is we want to honor our tribe. I think the university has made some good strides in recent years to reconnect military service to Fighting Illini athletics with the military appreciation game in November, a lot of different things. But we've always left out our tribe. If we bring the tribe back into this and honor them on their terms, then we have an overwhelming case.
Okay, so what would you have our listeners do?
Go on the internet, type in ourtribe.blog. You can read all of the information, and at the bottom, you can pick. You're either a fan dignitary, a current or former student athlete, and then your reason for signing. And sign on to that open letter stating, hey, we want to reconnect and honor our Native Illini tribe. And then that opens the door to the possibility of the return of the chief.
And I bet you there's so many anti-chief people that bristle when we yell chief at the games, and that'll continue until everybody dies, right? I mean,
right. And the Peoria tribe, they don't care. We've talked to them. They don't care if people say chief or not.
Yeah, right. Well, listen, Tony, appreciate you being on this morning. Give me that website again.
It's ourtribe.blog.
Got it.
Okay. Tony Henson, president of the Native American Guardians Association. Best of luck, my friend.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks for sharing the information. You know, we do have a new chancellor who will officially assume his role August 1st, Charles Lee Isbell Jr. So who knows?
You're going to have
have some momentum.
Buy-in from a new guy, and this is a heavily Democratic state with a non-proponent in J.B. Pritzker. I would presume the majority of the trustees, the students would vote for this by what, 70%? I mean, there's no question. I think the momentum there, but if you put the faculty in charge, no chance. None. They don't know there's a game.
Right.
I mean, they really don't. I mean, there'd be people walking around. I remember one friend of mine, they didn't know. There's a football game today. What's all the traffic for? You're just shaking your head.
Right.
It's not like that. You go to the SEC, if you go to the SEC, you're flipping burgers. You may not know anything, but you're going to know that the game is important enough that you're on board with it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, speaking of shaking your head, we're your home for the St. Louis Cardinals. They've got a game against San Diego today. Here on ESPN 93.5.
Struggling right now. Lost 13 of their last 18, but maybe today we go.
Ozzie Smith bobblehead being given out. So
want a bobblehead, don't you? All right, ESPN 93.5 back in a moment. It's coming up on 8:19. Here's our meteorologist Greg Sollier. A few more days of this, and then maybe some change.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. That heat advisory remains into position. Hot and humid weather for the day today, but relief in store from a temperature standpoint. Later on into the weekend, another ramping up of both expected early next week and a much stronger cold front on the move. Thereafter, no shortage of rainfall prospects here in the coming days. It's a small chance this afternoon, much like yesterday, up to 95 the high, but feeling like 105 to 110 out there. Increasing clouds, light wind, warm and muggy tonight, 76 with a shower thunderstorm in spots this evening, more so after midnight. Tomorrow still hot and humid, up to around 90 with a couple of showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon. Down tomorrow night to the mid-70s and scattered showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Next couple of days, heavy rainfall out of some of these storms, a high around 91 on Saturday. Sunday high, lesser rain chances with lower 90s there, up to 95 on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, cooler, drier air. Late next week, Thursday, highs to the lower 80s. For CVG Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Some economists have called it the no hire, no fire job market. New claims for unemployment benefits declined by 4,000 to 217,000 last week, a sign that layoffs remain subdued. However, the trend of people staying on unemployment longer continues. Continuing claims those remaining on benefits rose by 4,000 to 1.955 million. The European Central Bank this morning left interest rates unchanged. American Airlines shares are down more than 7%. It says depending on what happens in the economy and travel demand, it could lose money in the summer quarter, or it could make a profit if domestic demand gets stronger. Union Pacific made more money in the recent quarter. It's standing by its outlook for the year, though it says there could be challenges in coming months. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosolda. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
Hey there, it's me, Kennedy. Make sure to check out my podcast, Kennedy Saves the World. It is 5 days a week. Every week, we check in with Jimmy Fallon, bring in authors for the book club, and even treat some of your favorite Fox personalities to a very special happy hour. Download and listen at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Kennedy Saves the World. America's listening to Fox News.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has strived to provide high-quality care with a personal touch. To continue our mission of We Listen, We Care, we are seeking engaged team members who are focused on improving patient lives, adding value, and increasing capacity to better serve our growing community. Christie Clinic offers competitive pay, great benefits, and advancement opportunities. Come join our team. Visit ChristieClinic.com to view open positions and apply.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max
tell me about Gail Frericks Trucking.
We're doing great right now with freight and drivers. We do have a couple of spots. For July, I'm going to go ahead. We did last month, and it was great, and it filled up what we had available. I'm going to go ahead and do a $4,000 sign-on bonus for the month of July. And with the reminder that the drivers that are with us when harvest starts will be the first ones that have the opportunity to haul grain in the fall. There'll be about 4 or 5 of those spots open. That means they're home every night. They're making a good paycheck every day. Now they do have to work on the weekends some during harvest because that's all dictated by the weather. But we have several people that enjoy doing that.
You bet.
So if somebody is interested in that, get on with us now, get some regional work in, and be ready to go harvest in the fall.
Give us that contact information.
Email me at timo@gftlog.com or call me 765-793-7131 and hit 4 when the auto attendant answers.
8:25, Tim Onstad, Pitmaster coming up. Talk about pellets, cooking with pellets coming up.
That's right.
In just a few moments, stand by.
Champaign County Fair's going on. Motocross, motorcycles in the spotlight tonight. The Travis Tritt Show is tomorrow. Things will wrap up on Saturday with the semi-truck and tractor pulls. So enjoy the Champaign County Fair while you get a chance. And ChampaignCountyFair.cc has more details.
All right, let's see. We've got Brent Mielma talking about how they do NIL for the freshmen.
Oh.
Interesting. In other words, we're not going to be Michigan giving a freshman $12 million.
Right.
Provided by an Illini alum, by the way. Dating a Michigan woman. Guy that started Oracle as an Illini alum gave the freshman quarterback from Michigan $12 million. It's like supposed to be like a multi-year deal. Anyway, this is how Illinois handles it.
The money that we've paid an incoming freshman to this point is less than $150,000.
All right, so less than $150, that's $75 an hour, full-time work.
Okay.
Less than $150. And in this sport right now, that's not a lot.
Right? Ever. I know there are people that have signed kids for millions. If I bring that kid in that's making more than the guy that's already there, that kid that's already there is going to tell me where to go or leave. So it's just how we do it. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. Now, there's kids that have given up money to come to us, and I appreciate that, but I also let them know why we do it that way, because I think once you're there, you'll appreciate what you get.
Interesting.
Right? Okay.
So you're not getting the superstar. They're not coming to you. They're going to go to Texas, Ohio State. The big dollar play will go there. Why not? I mean, if you can get that, you take that. Security for life if you're smart. But at Illinois, guess what happens if the freshman does really well? He's going to get a raise.
Yeah.
And then everybody, it kind of makes sense. If you're making, $400,000 and a freshman's coming in, hasn't done nothing, gets $650, and you're going to have a little, And I've been here 3 years, Coach. Yeah. Here, look at my stats. I was all Big Ten. No, that's a rub. That's just natural. I mean, how do the pros do it? If I had 12 sacks last year in the NFL and the guy that had 8 got double the money, you're underpaying me. So it's just that's how it works here. I mean, it's just a human thing.
That's right.
So to keep it 150 or less, probably smart. You're not going to get the 5 stars. 5 stars get millions. Or at least $1 million.
And, does that pay drop early on in the season then or now? I know you mentioned PayPal at Big Ten Media Days.
You don't give anybody all the money before they do the job. I'm not giving you the money to do my mulch until the job's done.
But the agreement's
going to have to be, it's going to be monthly. I'll pay you after the month.
Okay.
What the heck, man? Be in the real world. It's not prepaid when you don't work.
Is that what it looks? I don't know.
I'm sure everybody's got something different, but you'd never give somebody all the money, particularly when they're 18.
Maybe they do, Stevie. No, I don't know. This is is my deal. Give it to me now.
No. Then you go somewhere else. That is a business sense? Sorry. Go play where else? Go play at Michigan.
We should try to find a professional who knows all the ins and outs.
I know of a contract, and it's very spelled out.
Okay.
And there's no way you pay somebody because they can leave tomorrow.
Right.
So you go.
Or what if they got hurt?
Well, they get paid. Yeah. That's how it is. Yeah, I don't know. And if you like it so much, you play football. Not that easy. All right, we'll be back. It is 8:29. Tim with the grill work, pellet work.
On the pellets and all that.
Yep.
There's different styles of grilling.
Tim Onstad next.
Now at Jets, order any 3-topping pizza and get $5 off. Just use promo code 3TOP when ordering. That's the number 3, T-O-P. Want to impress family and friends and spend less? Get creative and build your own 3-topping pizza with their favorites. Available in deep dish, thin crust, New York style, or hand-toss round. Any 3-topping Jets pizza for $5 off with promo code 3TOP. It's a deal. Jets, better because it has to be.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Hi, Randy Graham here with Curtis Orchard. Best family-friendly business, date spot, outdoor amusement, pies, bakery, kids' activities, and place for kids' parties. Speaking of pies and bakery, have you tried our delicious treats? Apple crisp donuts, fritters, pumpkin bars with cream cheese icing, and of course pies, apple, peach, cherry, pumpkin, pecan, and blackberry cobbler. Stop and load up today or order ahead. You can even buy pies frozen to bake at home. Visit CurtisOrchard.com to learn more.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Columbia University does the math, agreeing to pay millions to restore billions in federal aid and grants.
Columbia agreeing to pay out more than $220 million for violating Jewish students' civil rights, and they're pledging to reverse discriminatory practices.
Fox's Griff Jenkins says Columbia admits no wrongdoing. Jeffrey Epstein's partner in sex crimes, Ghislaine Maxwell, reportedly assembling new evidence to present when the deputy AG visits her as soon as today in a Florida lockup to ask what she knows about additional sex offenders. President Trump builds the cornerstones for his American AI dominance plan. AI must not give political opinions.
Title IX, Civil Rights Act.
The American people do not want woke Marxist lunacy in the AI models, and neither do other countries. They don't want.
America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A pilot dead after a small crop dusting plane crashed in Ogle County. They say it went down near the 2800 block of West Illinois Route 64 in Mount Morris. The aircraft on fire when officers arrived. The pilot was the only person on board. The FAA and NTSB investigating. A murder and kidnapping suspect out of Kansas is in custody after being arrested in Mattoon. Chris Burnshaw was a suspect in a double murder in Topeka. It was believed he had taken a child than one of the victims. He was pulled over at the intersection of Route 16 and Beech Tree Road in Mattoon. The 2-year-old child was unharmed. Village of Muhammad appointing David Smysore as the next chief of police. Smysore will succeed retiring Chief Mike Metzler, who will step down on September 30th. Smysore is currently the deputy chief of police for the city of Urbana. He begins his new role October 1st. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Nate Evans at the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty. If someone wants to build their dream home, how can you help them find that perfect property?
Yeah, these are getting tougher and tougher every year. Everybody's looking for specific properties. Maybe it's high character. Maybe there's woods, trees, water, pond, lake. The more that Champaign continues to grow, and some of our river town communities offer some of them high character lands, a lot tougher it is to come across these. We have found a huge network of potential sellers and landowners that have told us, hey, if the number makes sense, we'd be willing to sell. And that doesn't always have to be obnoxious. A lot of times that's just timing. We've also found a lot of these parcels, if we get enough demand, that they're willing to chop up and we can subdivide again. I think working with somebody that's familiar and been a part of a lot of these residential subdivision developments, such as ourselves, they'll be aware of the opportunities and the land opportunities for those buyers and be able to partner with the appropriate builders based on their budgets.
You can reach out at Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center. Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
So good everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. While the heat wave weather pattern continues on relative to heat index values, some relief in store in the coming days. A little more significant drop-off in temperatures, a much stronger cold front, and a far better feel expected the second half of next week. No shortage of rainfall going forward here the next 5 to 7 days as well. Probably some locally heavy and higher amounts expected too for East Central Illinois and the Twin Cities. 95 the forecast high, feeling like 105 to 110 a day. Small chance for a shower thunderstorm this afternoon, much like we experienced yesterday. Otherwise, increasing clouds, light wind, warm and muggy tonight, 76. Shower thunderstorm around early, more likely late tomorrow. Hot and humid up to around 90. Partly sunny and a couple again. Shower and thunderstorm outbreaks in spots both morning, more so in the afternoon. Scattered showers and thunderstorms for the weekend. Best rain odds on Saturday, a high there at 91. Lower 90s on Sunday, up to 95 though, and a hot and humid dry Monday. Showers and thunderstorms back in next Tuesday and Wednesday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever with award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke in Tim's grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Tim Onstadt, also in charge of dedicated diesel, home of the Dixie Chopper and Gail Frericks Trucking. How are you, my friend?
I am wonderful, guys. How are you doing today?
We're doing good.
Just doing fine. Always love hearing about how a pitmaster extraordinaire ran a perfect score in a brisket in a major competition. That's perfect, friends.
Heck yeah.
That's a full 8 EIGHT.
Man.
Unbelievable.
It's already 82. When you're facing a hot day in competition, do you and Donna just kind of hang out in the RV a little more? How does that work?
Donna hangs out in the RV a little more.
Heck yeah, man.
Okay.
Hey, shut the door. Shut the door.
Exactly.
Man, it's too hot
I've
out
got to
there.
hang out and keep feeding the fire and managing that fire. And I tell you, sometimes I cheat. I have thermometers that have remote Bluetooth, and so I can watch the temperature of the smoking chamber from inside, and I'll cheat a little bit. But honestly, we pretty much just go through our routine and sweat and have fun.
There you go.
Well, it isn't easy to be as good as you've gotten, Tim Onstadt. You're terrific at this work. So what are we talking about? Those pellets? How do I use pellets?
Well, I'm a barbecue snob, and I don't like the pellet smokers, but a lot of people have them, and I understand why. And as long as they're cooking meat outside and enjoying that, that's part of the sport. So it's like it's like a PGA golfer putting down putt-putt golf. But it's something that people enjoy, so let's talk about it and help them out a little bit.
All right. So
And
why do
it.
they use them? Why?
Convenience, speed. They can Ron Popeil set it and forget it, and they set a temperature and it does that. They don't have to babysit the fire. That's what they get on me is, well, I don't have to sit there and babysit that fire and feed it wood every 20 or 30 minutes. And well, I get that. But I also know some of the things about it. So I want to help those people out a little bit. The number one thing with a pellet smoker is keep it clean. You're going to do more cleaning on a pellet smoker than I'm going to do on my great big offset.
Really? No.
Yeah. You'll want to clean that inside out of the grease and all that after every 10 to 15 hours. The best thing to do probably is to put instead of cooking on the grates, to put a pan with a rack in it and cook in a pan. That doesn't hurt the airflow will still get the smoke around the meat, and it'll still get it done. But that'll catch the drippings and decrease your mess. There's an ash bowl where the actual burning of the pellets take place, and you want to keep that clean. After your fire is completely out and all of that, you'll even want to vacuum the ash out of that and keep it clean. Number 2 is use pellets made for cooking, not heating, because a lot of people heat homes with a pellet burning wood stove. Those will have some binders in it, and additionally, a marketing tool that a lot of pellet sellers use is they'll add flavors to it. Don't use any of that. Just pick your wood, that whatever sawdust they're going to make the pellets out of. They'll identify that and pick whatever wood you want to use, whether it be hickory, oak, walnut, well, you don't want to use walnut, but cherry, apple, things like that. You want to use pure wood. Number 3 is start with a full bin of pellets that you'll need to complete the cook. Don't run out of pellets and then have to refire the thing. That will add a greasy, bitter flavor to it as those pellets and the fire burns out, and then you have to restart that whole thing. You'll burn about 1 pound an hour in cooking. It varies with what brand of grill you use, and it varies with the temperature you're running at. Obviously, the hotter you cook, the more pellets you're going to burn. Number 4 tip is keep your pellets dry when you're storing them. Put in a sealed container and store inside your house. Don't just leave them in a bag with the bag open or rolled up in the garage. That'll absorb, we're talking about humidity right now. That'll absorb the humidity, and it'll not burn as clean, and it will affect how that smoker runs and how it burns pellets and how it uses them, and it'll affect your flavor on your meat. And then along with that, keep your smoker covered. If you're keeping it outside, get a cover for it. Keep it dry. Those things have electronics in them. Water and electronics don't mix. You want to do that. And the 6th and final tip with a pellet smoker, give it to your 8-year-old daughter or granddaughter as an easy bake oven, and go out and buy you a good offset stick burner like an Outlaw patio model.
Okay. Well,
that's I have to get that gig in there a little bit.
There you go.
That's right.
Well,
So
and
funny.
I feel like when we were smoking our cheese, we were using pellets for that, right?
Yes, you can, and pellets have a place. I mean, we use pellets in a smoke canister and use that. That's perfectly fine. I don't like them for the big meats and the long cooks is all. And I do know of pros on the circuit that use pellet smokers to cook their chicken.
Well,
but that's all they'll use it for is the chicken.
Yeah.
And they're cooking it at a higher temperature, and they're just getting a little bit of smoke flavor on, and that's well and good too. I may even try that at some point.
Yeah. Well, it's Tim Onstadt, Pitmaster Extraordinaire. Great tips for those that use pellets. Awesome. How are we doing with the Dixie choppers? You got any stuff I can buy?
Yep, and with Greg, with Solier giving us all these pop-up showers and all this in the afternoons and stuff, one tip for mowing grass, it's always best to mow your grass when it's dry. But you get off work and you look at the minute cast and it says that rain's coming in 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Dixie chopper, that speed will get you through and let you get it done before the rain comes.
That's a good point, actually, because sometimes you don't have a lot of warning and you really need to cut it before it gets wet again. So that's great. Let's buy a Dixie chopper.
Because then it's just going to grow bigger.
Yeah. What about Gale for Extra? You got enough drivers? You got harvest in a month or so, huh? 2 months?
Yep. We were full when I walked in this morning, and then a new guy that came on has decided that over the road is just not for him.
Okay.
And I understand that, even though we do, our drivers, he's brand new to trucking too.
I see.
So
Okay. Right.
he didn't really know what was going on, and the home on weekends and stuff, I mean, that's really attractive to guys that are used to being out 2 or 3 or 4 weeks at a time. But yeah, that opens up a spot for us, so I do have one available, and then we are putting our list together for guys that are going to do some grain hauling in the fall. That'll start depends on Greg Solier, but it'll start sometime early September and or late August, and we'll when the corn gets ready, and we'll put together 4 or 5 people to do some grain hauling and be home every night and make some good money during that period.
Well, I mean, I could learn how to drive those things. I don't have to drive on the interstate. I just drive the country, fill it up, and go to the elevator, right?
Yep, and that's a great point, Stevie, for a new driver that doesn't have much experience. That we can keep a close eye on them and help them along and get them trained enough to take a position as a regional driver after that and really get into some better money that way.
Well, good stuff, Tim. How can people connect?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com. They can call me at the office at 765-793-7131, extension 4 when the auto attendant answers, and they can get Andy at 217-328-0562 for all your Dixie Chopper service parts, new mowers, whatever.
Hey, buddy, thanks for the tips. Always a pleasure.
Hey, you guys have a great day and stay cool.
Yeah, you as well. Tim Onstad, Pitmaster, ESP on 93.5. He runs dedicated diesel in Urbana where the Dixie Chopper lives.
Yes.
And also Gail Frericks Trucking.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Jets is hiring. Call 217-352-9992 or stop into 1907 West Springfield Avenue near Round Barn in Champaign. Jets is open till 10 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays till midnight. Are you looking for a side hustle? Here's Josh from Jets talking about the benefits of doing deliveries.
When I was a delivery driver, it was amazing how much the actual amount of money I had just shot right up. It's hard to describe. You have money in your pocket every single day.
For details on joining the team, visit jetspizza.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Every room is filled with savings this week during the House Full of Savings event at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. Get hundreds of dollars off every $1,000 you spend. Plus, get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet of carpet or floors purchased. And here's a bonus. Get up to $1,000 rebate on Pergo floors. Plus, get $200 back on every $1,000 you spend on furniture and rugs. And buy it all with 2 years free financing. The House Full of Savings event going on now at Carpet Weavers.
Now at Jets, order any 3-topping pizza and get $5 off. Just use promo code 3TOP when ordering. That's the number 3, TOP. Want to impress family and friends and spend less? Get creative and build your own 3-topping pizza with their favorites. Available in deep dish, thin crust, New York style, or hand toss round. Any 3-topping Jets pizza for $5 off with promo code 3TOP. It's a deal. Jets, better because it has to be.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
If you're in the market for a new car battery, you could go to one of those big box stores, except there's no guarantee you'll be served by an actual car expert.
Clean up in aisle 3.
You could pick a battery off the shelf, except it might be close to expiring. Or you could just come into Interstate. Don't make a big box store blunder. With competitive prices and a more personal, reliable approach, Interstate Batteries is the clear-cut choice if you want to guarantee yourself a new and trustworthy car battery. They're open and ready to serve you at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. That heat advisory remains into position. Hot and humid weather for the day today, but relief in store from a temperature standpoint. Later on into the weekend, another ramping up of both expected early next week and a much stronger cold front on the move. Thereafter, no shortage of rainfall prospects here in the coming days. It's a small chance this afternoon, much like yesterday, up to 95 the high, but feeling like 105 to 110 out there. Increasing clouds, light wind, warm and muggy tonight, 76 with a shower thunderstorm in spots this evening, more so after midnight. Tomorrow still hot and humid, up to around 90 with a couple of showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon. Down tomorrow night to the mid-70s and scattered showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Next couple of days, heavy rainfall out of some of these storms, a high around 91 on Saturday. Sunday high, lesser rain chances with lower 90s there, up to 95 on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, cooler, drier air. Late next week, Thursday, highs to the lower 80s. For CVG Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champaign. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit SarahChampagne.com. That's SERRA Champagne.com.
Harry Potter Night is at Busch Stadium on Thursday, July 24th, as the Cardinals face off with the Padres in a magical showdown. With a themed ticket, witches, wizards, and muggles alike will trust the sorting hat and receive a mystery house jersey. Will it be Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin? Head straight to cardinals.com/theme before they disapparate.
What is most important in your life? This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that can help clients like you realize your goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
We're talking to John Reichert and Neil Asklin. I guess the first question for me, John, is what is it like being part of A&R, knowing how this all started? It was your grandfather, then your dad, and now you, and 100 years in business is hard. How do you explain that?
Well, it's incredible, honestly. When I was a boy, obviously my father was running the company. It's always been, part of my life, but I knew that we had good people, at that time that worked for the company. I think with God's help and protection that we survived and frankly thrived.
I think the thrive is the key word here. Neil Asklin, I guess let me ask you about your dad, Ken Asklin, who partnered with Dave and they got it going in the 50s and kept it going. And you being part of the company.
I've been around since I was a young teenager, so something that I've grown to love, and the camaraderie and getting things done. And these huge projects that we're doing now just amazes me.
A&R Mechanical, a thriving leader 100 years later. When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Alrighty, well, here we are. That's the end of the program today. Back tomorrow, Friday.
Yes.
And Travis Tritt tomorrow night.
Absolutely. ChampaignCountyFair.cc for all the fun lying ahead over the next 3 days.
How many people can they get to watch a Travis Tritt show? Is it 4,000, 3,000, 2,000?
I would say around that, yeah.
3,000 or 4,000. Boy, that's pretty full.
Got a bunch on the track, and then you can get the box seats too. And we enjoyed giving away tickets here with Stevie J.
A lot of
Broadcasting.
interest. A lot of interest.
Lots of TTs texted in.
Well, good. We hope, middle of the day will be pretty hot at the fair, but look at it this way, won't be a ton of people there. Got to go and then go Kessler Hall with air conditioned, come back out, go take a break.
You can do that.
Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Meet you tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Better banking is more than just money. It's about people. Fisher National Bank is locally owned and a community-oriented bank in Champaign and Vermilion County. They're friends and neighbors who take a vested interest in the communities they serve. Last year alone, Fisher National volunteered over 750 hours of community service. By investing in the people they serve, Fisher National Bank shares in the success of a stronger community. Learn more about Fisher National Bank at any of the branches or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people, member FDIC.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Tell me about Gail Frericks Trucking.
We're doing great right now with freight and drivers. We do have a couple of spots. For July, I'm going to go ahead. We did last month, and it was great, and it filled up what we had available. I'm going to go ahead and do a $4,000 sign-on bonus for the month of July. And with the reminder that the drivers that are with us when harvest starts will be the first ones that have the opportunity to haul grain in the fall. There'll be about 4 or 5 of those spots open. That means they're home every night. They're making a good paycheck every day. Now, they do have to work on the weekend some during harvest because that's all dictated by the weather, but we have several people that enjoy doing that.
You bet.
So if somebody is interested in that, get on with us now, get some regional work in, and be ready to go harvest in the fall.
Give us that contact information.
Email me at timo@gftlog.com or call me 765-793-7131 and hit 4 when the auto attendant answers.
What a great experience at the Champaign County Fair with Queen Sophia Hardkey from Sydney and Little Miss Sloan Davis, enjoying handing out the blue ribbons in the livestock barns and enjoy exhibits in Kessler Hall. The Midway has so many thrilling rides and the entertainment and music has been great. At Stevie J Broadcasting, we really appreciate the hardworking staff and dedicated sponsors, making this a terrific event through July 26th. Information can be found at ChampaignCountyFair.cc.
at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World Command Center.
Paul, we have extreme heat warning. Summer 2025 is a hot one in Champaign-Urbana.
That's trouble for garage refrigerators.
One just went down in Rantoul. They need delivery right away, Paul.
Put them on for tomorrow. What's going on down here in Fisher?
It's a window air conditioner going out.
Can't have that. Good thing we deliver and install window ACs. We have plenty in stock.
Garage freezer NB man. Customer wants a technician out right away. She's afraid her beef is thawing.
Hate it when that happens. We have a tech in the area. Send Nate right over.
Copy that.
Team, it's like we talk about. At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, we know what hot weather can do to home appliances. More importantly, we're always ready for the heat with fast, friendly repair service and delivery, plus the largest selection of appliances in Champaign-Urbana.
Paul, customer in Muhammad, needs a portable dehumidifier ASAP. Says his tools are rusting out from the humidity.
That can happen. We have dehumidifiers for pickup or fast delivery. Remember, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, you get the whole store. Wow!
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is WSJK, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Hi, this is Les Hovland with Philo Exchange Bank. At our banks, we know the hearts of our communities beat with the rhythm of agriculture. Ag lending continues to be something we've excelled at for over 140 years. To you, the farmer, your business has been built on trusted relationships. When it comes to your banking relationship, we want to be your